to really know yourself, Jake, and very importantly, like him, you have to love what you do. You know, really love it. Keep it up.
So what role does the feet play in it?
Is what I'm saying?
Does the feet play in success?
Well, the feet's never a good thing. You want to keep it down to a minimum. You can't learn from it.
Okay, we're going to go to the stage. We're going to head over to the stage
Come
now,
on,
please.
we'll answer. Where are we going?
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
The bald spot didn't close in, so there's just not much I can do about it. It's an honor to be here in the city of Ottawa. I know Mr. Trump and I are delighted to have the opportunity to raise the profile of the entrepreneurial experience, and I'm delighted to be on stage a little bit ahead of Mr. Donald Trump. Donald.
Well, it's an honor to be here. We're going to have a little fun today. We have a big turnout. I hear it's a total sellout. So I want to congratulate the three guys, and you and your brother worked very hard. They came to see me in New York, and they said, would you do it? Would you do it? I said, why? But we ended up making a deal, and I'm here, and I really look forward to it. It's a vibrant area. It's a great area. And I think your team's going to do very well this year. I really believe that. I think that's what the word is in New York, anyway. It's amazing when you beat the Rangers. Their payroll is slightly higher, and you seem to have their numbers, so that's okay. So congratulations on that. Okay, any questions? Don't give up. Don't quit. I've seen it so often where guys are almost there, and they quit. They give up. And they're losers. Doesn't work.
One last question. What did they pay you for this?
Honestly, you know, they paid a lot of money. It goes to charity. So they really paid charity a lot of money. I came up because I was very impressed with Jim and John and the group, and I came up for that reason, I think, more than anything else. And they did pay substantially, and charity will benefit substantially, which is great.
Your most important inventory in life. Your most important inventory.
My children. Now, if I gave you a different answer, wouldn't that be terrible? Wouldn't that be terrible? But no, I have great children, and they're doing very well. Ivanka, you probably heard a little bit about Ivanka. She's turned out to, I mean, she's really been amazing and doing well. We start shooting The Apprentice. And The Apprentice up in Canada has been a tremendous success. You know, it's been one of your most popular shows. We start shooting it again in about 2 weeks. And Ivanka will be on that, and Don and Eric, and then I have 2 younger children. So I cover a vast array. I cover from 3 to 30. That's a lot of territory. Even for a guy like you, that's a lot of territory. Anyway,
Why do
okay.
you think shows about business do so well?
Well, most shows on business don't do well. In fact, when I did The Apprentice, they said, please don't do it, Mr. Trump, please don't do it, it'll be a failure. And they actually only signed me to a 1-year contract. And it started at number 10 for the week, which NBC was like, couldn't believe it, because number 10 is a monster show. Then it went to 8, and then 7, and then 5, and then it went to 2, and then it became the number 1 show. And I said, I think I hit pay dirt here. You know, I didn't even have an agent. I said, I think I hit pay dirt. You know, you have the number 1 show. I was reading about how much money Jennifer Aniston and the people at Friends were making. And there were 5 or 6, and I'm 1. So I tripled it up. I said, pay me a lot of money for this extension. But it became a very successful show. But actually, they say it's the only business show that's ever made it in primetime television.
Not true. Brett stars in Dragon's Den.
I was saying, excuse me? Well, okay, go ahead. Any other question?
Ottawa, what do you think is good business advice for the city of Ottawa, capital of the country?
I think just keep going. It's really a great place. It's a very vibrant place. I noticed when I came in, I've been here twice before. I noticed when I came in, it was very, there's a beauty to it. There's a great beauty. There's a great beauty. We were discussing with the driver and everyone, the trees landing, the color of these trees. I don't know. We don't see that in New York so much. And it was just beautiful. Very vibrant area, very good area, great people.
Well, high tech is down here.
Well, high tech is down, but everything's down. Everything's down throughout the world. Just keep plugging. It's great.
They're thinking of redeveloping this whole Lansdowne Live area, this whole complex.
Right.
What advice would you give to them about the training showcase?
Well, I think they have to make sure they have the right architect, the right thinking. And, you know, more important than the architect is whoever's leading it has to be the proper thinker, because they lead the architects. Rarely do the architects lead them. So make sure you have the right thinkers at the top.
How about a Trump Tower?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Would you keep a stadium in this area if you owned it?
Well, I mean, I see what you have here, and it's been here for a long time, and it's been very successful. So I think, huh? Well, could use a little work, actually, but that's okay. We won't discuss that.
Can you give us the line for the show?
You mean your ass is fired? Okay.
Political question, Mr. Trump. Just Obama's health reform pact. What do you feel? Is we get that through this Congress?
I think something will get through, and you know, the United States has tremendous deficits, and it's a very big, very powerful country, but it's a country that now has been just really reeling and reeling. So the question is whether or not the United States can afford what they're talking about, and time will tell, but it's a very, very expensive package, and there are many people that, from a humanitarian standpoint, like it, from a financial standpoint, and for the long-term good, they're not so happy. I mean, there are riots in the street. If you look at what's happening at some of these town hall meetings, I've never seen anything like it. There's tremendous, on both sides, there's tremendous, really, I guess, antagonism toward Obama because of what's happened with healthcare. So you watch the polls, you see what's happening. I think he's really well-meaning. I think he wants to get something done. It's going to be tough, but I think something will get done in some form.
Do you agree with what some say that there's a racist element?
No, I don't. He got elected president. Nothing changed. So I don't believe that. I think there's a tremendous feeling. Some people love the plan they're on. They're very happy with the plan they're on. They don't want to see it changed. Yes, go ahead.
21 years old. I want to leave the biotech industry. What do I do?
Well, number one, you have to really go to college and get a great education. Did you get a great education? A plus is what college? Very good. Then I'll tell you what, maybe I'll back you. This guy looks like a he looks good. He looks good to me. He looks good to me. It's smart. Go ahead.
There's been a controversy surrounding your property in Bedford. What did you know about the deal about the tent?
Well, I have Middle Eastern partners, and I rented the property to them. It's not my estate. It is an estate, but it's one of many things I own. And I leased it to them, and they are obviously friendly with Gaddafi, and he was going to go up, but he decided not to, so that was probably made life a lot easier for everybody.
And on something completely different, how will you adapt your message, the advice you give in conferences like these ones, this one, to make advice that's usable for people in the region?
Well, I think it's all the same. You know, it's interesting. If you're a great businessman, as this gentleman has proven to be, and you know, it's sort of interesting because Jim was telling me coming in, we were driving in, and he was saying, you know, when he first announced this, nobody really believed it was true, because he said, and we joked about this, he said, I'm not sure I had the credibility because I'm not a big bank, I'm not a this, I'm not a that. And then we did a couple of radio shows, and everyone said, you know, it really is true, and it's sold out. It's been a total sellout, and it's really been great. I guess you turned away a lot of people. So he was just saying he lacked credibility, but now he doesn't lack credibility anymore. Now he's going to do very well, so I'm very proud of him. He's done a good job. And you know what? I will tell you, he worked. I do these, and I raise a lot of money for charity and doing them, and it's good, but he's really worked very hard. He really has. He's worked his ass off. My people tell me, they say, you know, like, I do them for big companies, and, you know, I show up, and a lot of people show up. I don't know why, but someday you'll explain it to me. But they said, my person in New York said he worked very, very hard.